The hardest part isn't the exercise, it's just getting started. So come on, no more excuses. Stop by now for a free guest tour. Shape Spa's trained technicians will show you how to use the finest controlled movement exercise equipment. Members can swim, take jazz exercise classes, or relax in a soothing whirlpool, sauna, or steam room. There's no better time than now to join Shape Spa. Come on, no more excuses.
Hi, it's Rhonda Shear, and everybody loves a spectacular Louis Vuitton, especially with feet, an amazing tote, removable strap, incredible handles, zip top with the little lock. Look at that, all suede on the inside, zipper, very clean. I personally got this at the original Louis Vuitton store in Paris. I bought it, and you can see the embroidery all the way through it. It's done with one single thread all the way through it. If the thread breaks, they had to start over on the bag. So it's pretty amazing. It is baby buttery soft in a beautiful light gray. Yours at Retreat St. Pete. Come and get it.
So easy. So hot. But wait, there's more on Rhonda's bargain phone line.
Hi, I'm Rhea. And when you ask for me at 1-899 Rhonda, we'll talk runs. Not home runs, but runs in your stockings. I'll tell you how to turn those pesky little runs into a sexy pattern. Call me at 1-899 Rhonda and ask for Rhea on the run line. I'm waiting.
Robert Downey Jr., you're with Rhonda on USA Up All Night. Now, Robert, you're 26 years old. You've been in 16 films. How did you study for a part where you play a sleazy producer that loves women?
I went to the Rodeo collection.
You did very well.
Thank you kindly.
No, really, is this a fun part for you?
It was really fun. I can't wait till we shoot it again. Oh, it's done.
The sequel?
Bless you. You'll
Is it a stretch?
Ooh, let me look at the monitor.
You know, I think I'm going to start an acting career myself, and I hope I sign with Robert Downey Jr.'s agent. He's always in the best love scenes. Bev loves that.
I'm going to lay the boots to you.
Rhonda's bargain phone lines. 1-899 Rhonda. It's me, Beverly Center. On the shopping line. You already recognize a phone bargain by calling 1-899 Rhonda. But did you know about the hidden bargains available to you or the hidden cameras? Call me, Beverly Center, on the shopping line and ask me about the 5-finger discount. I'm waiting. Call. You're not gonna call? I'm mad. It's fun and oh so hot. Anyway, call 1-899 Rhonda today. You'll be glad you did.
Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live.
Hello, it's Rhonda Shear with 2 great movies and a salute to 20 years of Troma films. Next on USA Up All Night. and welcome to USA Up All Night. I'm Rhonda Shear, and tonight I have a special treat for you. We'll be taking an in-depth look at the movie Schindler's List. You'll meet the cast and creators of what will surely be a motion picture classic for years to come. We'll start by... What?
I'm sorry, Miss Shear, you've been given the wrong script.
Thanks. I guess there were some last-minute revisions. Let me start over. We do have a special treat for you. We'll be taking an in-depth look at the movie The Toxic Avenger. You'll meet the cast and creators of what is surely to be a motion picture classic for years to come. Gee, aren't you lucky? We might as well dig right in. It's The Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night. In the honor of the 20th anniversary of Troma Films, the world's largest independent film company, we're showing The Toxic Avenger. I'm Rhonda Shear, continuing our look at what has become an American staple when it comes to toxically altered superhero movies. Troma Films released The Toxic Avenger in 19-something or other, and audience response was enlightening.
It was funny.
Oh, it was the best film. I would go see it. I totally told like 5 friends to go and see it.
It gave a message more than anything. That's one of the most movies I've seen that gave a message, a powerful message.
That was the best movie that I've ever seen.
많은 사람들의 호응을 받고 있어요.
I mean, I'm from Germany, so to me it's special that I can watch this movie.
I think it showed them, what it's really about.
The ending wasn't the way, the twist in the ending, the way that you thought it was going to be.
많은 사람들의 호응을 받고 있어요.
They've totally taken special effects to a new level.
He had a positive mind, and he knew what he wanted.
It was cool. It was action-packed, the whole thing.
많은 사람들의 호응을 받고 있어요.
I loved it. I'd go see it again.
With such strong reactions on their side, Troma proceeded to make 2 sequels to the original and a cartoon series for television. When we return, USA Up All Night will show you just how widespread toxic fever has become. Recently, Troma has become a brand name. You'll start hearing Xerox, Kellogg's, and Troma all in the same breath quite a bit now. In addition, the exposure that The Toxic Avenger has received in the past couple of years has been amazing. It's also been a bit frightening for parents. Toxie has been spotted at major media events and hobnobbing with Hollywood's elite. Our staff has been following him, and we've put together a look at the life of a major celebrity. Yes, he's come a long way. Every time you see that guy, his face looks different. Hey, it works for Michael. Let's get back to the movie that started it all. Here's The Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night. In our research of Troma films, we've learned that they receive thousands of letters a day. While sifting through the complaints, we did come across a few that were interested in Troma's movie magic. Here's one that reads, Dear Mr. Troma, I am 9 years old, and The Toxic Avenger is my favorite movie ever. I think it's really neato when Toxie smashes a man's head in a weight machine. How the do they do that? Tommy Grammarock, Pocatello, Idaho. Well, Tommy, here to explain is Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma Films.
That's a great question, Tommy. For 20 years, Troma's been blowing up people's heads, squashing their arms, flattening them, ripping their guts out and splattering it against windshields and on the busy city streets. Sounds easy, right? Well, it's not. For 20 years, we've been developing the most realistic, disgusting special effects in the business for a very low budget. And tonight, for the first time, we're going to reveal to you, Tommy, how we do it. For example, when you remember when the little boy got his head squashed by the tire of the car in the Toxic Avenger Part 1, you never saw that little boy in any other movie. Well, that was before Troma had created and developed its special effects technique. Now, we're going to demonstrate on Kim here how Kabukiman crushes her head in the movie Sergeant Kabukiman NYPD. Okay, Kim?
Okay.
Here, we take a melon. It's usually riper in season, 39 cents a pound. And we paint a very likable face. We take a wig, expertly matched wig that matches Kim's hair. We've taken a long time to do that. We put it on the melon like so. But before we go to the effect, we take some cranberry sauce, and we put it in, we call it loading the melon. We put it in, and that's good, Kabukiman. Now, Kim, could you put your head, if you just put your head on the ground, and Kabukiman will prepare to stomp you. And now, what happens is that just as the foot is about to crush Kim's skull, Kim will remove herself, and we will place the special effects piece. Thank you, Kim. You can stay right there, probably, and watch this. We will place the special effects melon here, and we will put the wig approximately here. And now, now of course, Kabukiman, you will do the honors. Please, whatever you do, Tommy, do not tell any of your friends how this is done, because these are Troma secrets, and they're between you and me. Thank you, Tommy.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. USA Up All Night will return after these brief messages. Our crew was fortunate enough to catch up with Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hers at Troma headquarters. Lloyd and Michael have been a team for 20 years. These two men have held Troma together and are the masterminds behind the operation. We decided not to constrict these old friends with structured questions. Instead, we just let them reminisce about the great history that made Troma what it is today.
You know, before the dueling scene, Maury says, they are both enjoyable to ride. In fact, mine ex-wife wasn't a flexible flyer. When we do the dueling, in other words, can't we do that scene from Class of Nuke High where the guy's head splits open and the guts and his guts are sort of?
If you want to do the dueling, you want to be original, you shouldn't refer to Class of Nuke High.
Michael, you know, I don't know what's going on. I got this pain, but hurts. Anyway, no, it's dead dudes in the house. Do you do that kind of? How's the style? What kind of style are we gonna have?
The style is cinema verite. The style should be cinema verite.
All right.
I don't really understand this Romeo and Juliet now. Yeah. This is a love story, or is it an action adventure horror with special effects story?
Well, it's Shakespeare. In other words, it's in, as you know.
So it's action, horror, special effects, violence.
Yeah. So I know it's 20 years of Troma. We should look to our classics. I get this back there. Just give me a little massage.
What, here?
Yeah. That's it. Oh, God, I've still got this. You know, the stress. I'm really under a lot of stress, Michael. You know, Roseanne. Did you see that Roseanne show and Muriel? And it's okay. As long as you don't call it homosexuality, it's all right.
Kim is still here, and
no, she went home. She put a jacket on.
Wow.
Yeah, he's with it. And
let's just do a little work.
As long as you don't call it that, right? And I won't tell anyone. It's what you call it. That's what it's all about, right?
No, once or twice is okay, but I don't want to make a habit of this.
Please, Michael, come on, it's late. You know, I'm having. You know, I think it'll help us be more creative. You know.
Nah.
Well. It's just, but I keep thinking about the nurse and Juliet. Doesn't that get you a little excited, Michael?
All
right. Let's go to a commercial. Quickly. Rhonda's bargain phone lines. They're fun, sexy,
and useful. Call 1-899. Reduced from 900. Oh, Rhonda.
Hi, I'm Millicent. Call 1-899-0-RHONDA and we'll talk recycling. All that sorting can confuse a girl. When you call 1-899-0-RHONDA and ask for Millicent on the recycling line, I'll tell you exactly where to put your can.
It's easy, and it really, really works.
Welcome to Retreat, a style oasis. Here at Retreat, we give beautiful and unique furniture, decor, art, and luxury items a second chance. Our team of experts carefully curates our collection of fabulous finds and offers unique pieces at affordable prices. From stunning furniture and decor to luxury accessories and apparel, we have a little something for everyone. It's Resale Reimagined. Come see our store located at 1940 Central Avenue in St. Petersburg, Florida, or browse our website at retreatstpete.com.
Hi, it's Rhonda Shear, and some of you may remember me from USA Up All Night, and some of you may be watching me on HSN, where I sell my own line of Rhonda Shear intimate apparel. Well, whatever. I would love to send messages to your family, to your friends, just anything that you're excited about. I'm happy to send that message to you. So remember, love and sizzle kisses from Rhonda. I'm ready to be booked. Anyway, put me on cameo.com/Rhonda Shear.
Our Toxic Avenger Film Festival and 20th anniversary salute to Troma continues on USA Up All Night. Joining us now via live satellite transmission from Tromaville is president of Troma and creator of the Toxic Avenger, Mr. Lloyd Kaufman. Hello, Lloyd. Can you hear us?
Listen, Hillary, don't you talk back to me. I want those sheep in my house at 9 o'clock tonight, and not those little scrawny ones like last time.
Listen,
you give me some sheep with some meat on them, right? With the little behinds and the ribbons and the bells.
I don't think that Lloyd can hear us.
Now.
We're obviously having some technical difficulties. We'll join Lloyd after these very special commercials. Lloyd. We're here with Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma Films. Lloyd, let me start by asking, Troma has enjoyed tremendous growth. In fact, it has become the largest independent production company on earth. That being the case, what is your favorite color?
Interesting you should ask, Rhonda. Blue is my favorite color. You know, anthropologists say that most societies see blue as signifying sadness or dolefulness. I disagree. To me, it's very soothing and peaceful, like death.
Lloyd, Troma has recently become an officially licensed brand name. In fact, you even have your own infomercial Troma system that airs right here on USA. So, who do you think was a better motorcycle rider on Chips, Punch or John?
You know, John was a good motorcycle rider, but he was so cautious. He never got hurt. On the other hand, Punch took that very nasty spill, and he looked death in the face. So I go with Punch. He's deader than John.
Really? Yes. Finally, Lloyd, I've noticed that in its glorious 20-year history, most Troma films contain an overabundance of blood, guts, and nearly nude women. In lieu of that, do you think the Phillies can have a season anything like the one that they had last year?
Well, Rhonda, conventional wisdom has it that the Phillies will finish out of the money due to their soft pitching as well as the questionable health of John Kruk. But the Phillies are a team that have a lot of heart. I predict the Phillies are going to be in the race down to the wire, and the pennant will be determined by a sudden death playoff. And speaking of sudden death, I'd like to blow my brains out.
Well, Lloyd, I'd like to thank you for giving us some valuable insight. And now back to the Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night.
Troma's been in business for 20 years and we're finally doing Shakespeare. Oh, I hope I get to try.
continue our salute to Troma by answering another letter from a viewer. Dear Troma Films, I've seen Toxic Avenger 2 8 times. I really like when Toxie tears that man's arm off. It looks so real. How the did you do that? Just curious. S. Spielberg, Hollywood, California. Well, here to explain is president of Troma Films, Lloyd Kaufman.
You know, now Troma uses special effects experts, and we create anatomically correct limbs and arms that we can yank out of people's sockets. And the interesting thing is we take a stuntman, we politely ask him to place his arm behind his back, and then we simply, and of course he has to put on an excruciating expression of pain, and then we simply take his arm and we just shove it out.
This is serious.
We used to take stuntmen and we used to use their real arms. We used to cut off their real arms. But it created a surplus of one-armed stuntmen in New York who could only work in Troma movies. Now, on the other hand,
Lloyd,
we've got these
excuse me,
special
Lloyd,
effects taken.
excuse me, Lloyd. I've got that fake arm you wanted, and the stuntman's ready. Where do you want to do that scene? The pulling of the arm. Oops.
I guess that's why they make the big bucks. Watch this commercial and we'll be right back. It's time for another look at the movie magic that is Troma. Here's another letter that reads, Dear Troma, no matter which Troma film I watch, invariably someone ends up foaming at the mouth. It kind of makes me horny. But then again, what doesn't make me horny? Anyway, how the did you do that? Signed, Warren Beatty, Beverly Hills, California. Well, Warren, here to explain once again is president of Troma, Lloyd Kaufman.
Mr. Kaufman, I have the Alka-Seltzer for you. Are you ready?
Now back to the Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night. Now, for the conclusion of the Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night. We're done with our first Toxic Adventure, but stay right where you are. Up next is the Toxic Avenger 2. This movie is similar to the last one, except it has less senseless violence. Well, she was probably asking for it. USA Up All Night will continue. And now, for the exciting conclusion of the Toxic Avenger 2 on USA Up All Night. That brings to a close our in-depth look at Troma's The Toxic Avenger saga. I hope you've gained some insight to the visionaries that created this legend and what makes them tick. If you found these movies offensive, I'm sure they'd be satisfied with that too. I would like to leave you with the last masterpiece from this trilogy. It's The Toxic Avenger 3, The Last Temptation of Toxie. I'll see you next week when we'll do something completely different all over again. Until then, remember, from the keeper of the sizzle kiss, if it's LA, it's Rhonda. Up all night. Nighty-night. Lisa's Bargain phone lines. 1-899. Oh, Rhonda. It's me, Beverly Center. On the shopping line. You already recognize a phone bargain by calling 1-899-0 Rhonda. But did you know about the hidden bargains available to you or the hidden cameras? Call me, Beverly Center, on the shopping line and ask me about the 5-finger discount. I'm waiting. Call. You're not gonna call? I'm mad. It's fun and oh so hot. Anyway, call 1-899-0 Rhonda today. You'll be glad you did.
Hi, it's Rhonda Shear, and some of you may remember me from USA Up All Night, and some of you may be watching me on HSN, where I sell my own line of Rhonda Shear intimate apparel. Well, whatever. I would love to send messages to your family, to your friends, just anything that you're excited about. I'm happy to send that message to you. So remember, love and sizzle kisses from Rhonda. I'm ready to be booked. Anyway, put me on cameo.com/Rhonda Shear.
Hi, it's Rhonda with 2 hot movies and more surprises in the emergency room. Next on USA Up All Night. Hi, everybody, it's me, Rhonda. Ever wonder where I get all those great movies you see on USA Up All Night? And you think they just came pouring out of some genius factory somewhere? Well, you're half right. We're coming to you from the American Film Market at the beautiful Lowe's Hotel in Santa Monica, California. And this is where producers, distributors, and other entertainment-type bigwigs wheel and deal, buying and selling the latest crop of films. I've heard that there are more cigars per square foot at this event than in Castro's Rec Room. Here's my shopping list. I'm looking for the best in slasher, revenge, TNA, and incomprehensible European art films. Our host tonight is Troma Films, whose fine folks brought you such classics as Toxic Avenger, Kabukiman, and tonight's features Class of Nukem High and Class of Nukem High 2. Let's see what we're in for.
Female egg and semen. It's almost like you've got a mouth down there.
What a combining of homosexual.
Ugly Victoria. And if I'm lucky, I may even get some sex.
Wow! Later on, we'll be meeting some of Troma's stars. But right now, here's Class of Nukem High 2. Excuse me, why are we showing the sequel first? Why ask why? Go to film. You see, Rhonda takes care of her viewers. I think I'm picking out this film just for you. Anyway, it's me, your late night buddy. And we're spinning in the hubbub and frenzy of the American film market. Our host, Troma Films, still reeling from the loss of their CEO. Insist that we continue as though nothing has happened. What strength, what fortitude, what an amazing capacity for denial. And where is little Murray, huh? He's the top dog at Troma now. Maybe we'll learn more as Class of Nukem High 2 continues. This is Rhonda here at the incredible Troma Suite at the American Film Market on USA Up All Night. Now, standing next to me is the beautiful Lisa Starr, who is the star of Class of Nukem High 3, which is not out yet, and hopefully USA Up All Night will have it eventually. Now, I want to know, Lisa, some of the requirements that it took to get the part.
All brains.
All brains? And when you've been in some other films, tell us what's coming up and what you've done.
Well, I just did a film with Lonnie Anderson and Don DeLuise. Yeah. And then before that, I did Hard Bodies 3, which is called Miracle Beach.
Can't imagine why.
I play Miss Iraq. And my next film will be on March 9th, I start shooting. And that's with Tanya Roberts.
Wow. Now, do you usually play the good girls or the bad girls?
Come on.
We'll talk about that later.
And do you like comedy or dramatic acting?
Comedy.
Did they give you a hard time when you worked on this film, on A Class of Nickel High 3? Were they nice to you on the set? Did they feed you well?
They locked me in a dungeon and no, they fed me too much. I tell you.
Yeah, right. We're going to go back right now to the movie. Stay with us for more of USA Up All Night and Lisa Starr. Now, Toxie, No Zone, what are you reading?
Well, when I'm not watching USA Up All Night with you, Miss Rhonda, we are reading our scripts and our toxic comic books.
And is this for your next film?
But this is for the next big Toxic Crusader movie. We are studying our scripts, which we hope to have you, Miss Rhonda, starring in.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Well, you are very
I hope
nice.
everyone at Troma hears that. Now, you're a big man, and you're very famous. Do you
Well,
sign autographs?
Yes, certainly. It just the pictures get covered with toxic waste.
A little ooze.
A little ooze never hurt anyone.
Well, you can.
That's what Sophie said.
You can ooze on me anytime.
Thank you.
Can you say up all night?
All Night with Rhonda Shear on USA Network. Number one, loads of fun. Coming at you.
I love this man.
In toxerific living color.
He's a walking promo. Let's go back to the movie.
Back to the flick.
This is Rhonda, USA, up all night at the American Film Market. And strolling next to me is the very beautiful star of Class of Newcomb High 2, Lisa Rowland. How you doing, Lisa?
Hi, Rhonda. How are you doing? I'm doing good.
Wait a minute. Just hold on. We're both blondes, and we're walking and talking at the same time.
I know, and we don't even have to hold on to each other.
It's not easy. All right, now tell me, what was it like to star in Class of Newcomb High 2? Tell me some funny little thing that happened during the filming.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing that was pretty funny now. We were filming this scene where I had to run for like half a mile through the campus.
Yeah.
Just a little bitty outfit, trying to keep my top on and everything. I did it like 3 or 4 takes.
Yeah.
Came back, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I didn't even have lines. Director says, we were just kidding. We didn't have any film in the camera the last 3 takes.
Well, I have a feeling that Gilbert Godfrey directed this film. Okay, now also in this film, you had to have like a little mouth in your belly button.
Still have it.
Whoa, that's pretty hot. You heard it here, USA Up All Night viewer. Oh, hi, it's Rhonda here at the American Film Market with Wolf. Well, I mean, Tarzan, could you just do one thing for me? Just
Anything
one
for
little,
you, Rhonda.
really? Could you do that incredible yell, that Tarzan yell, just for me, please, please, please? Please? Okay, wow, all right.
You ready?
I'm ready. Oh my.
Toxie, I'm gonna get you. Kill.
This is Rhonda, USA Up All Night. Yes, I'm in the Troma suite with an executive from Troma. I promise you.
Where are you?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. We're on the air now. Okay. This is Jeff Sass. Hi. Now, you have to be a child, don't you, at heart, to be an executive with Troma. Is that true?
Yes, no, it is not true at all. You have to appreciate the child within.
The child. Okay. What do you do? What do you do for Troma?
Well, right now I'm at the American Film Market, and we're here to sell our movies to buyers from all over the world.
Yeah.
And that's been a lot of fun.
And then what else you do? You can talk. You do things with the toys and merchandising.
Well, we
and
do
things like
testing. We do product testing, and this is how we test the products. We sit here and go, "Hi, I'm Dr. Killamop. I'm Toxie. Get out of my way. Where's my mop? My mop. Here's my mop. Okay, I got my mop. Rhonda, where's your mop? Rhonda doesn't mop. She's the star. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, okay."
You see, guys can do that. I bet you can do something else that all guys can do. No, I can't. I can't do those voices. Like, can you make sounds like war sounds, like machine gun sounds?
No, that's Donald Duck.
No, that wasn't. Not all guys can do that. I can just go bang bang, ooh bang bang.
Those are not
All right, this is the
sound
last thing
effects.
I'm
Those
gonna
are special effects.
I'm gonna
Very
ask you.
special effects.
The last thing I'm gonna ask you is, do you do any casting for Troma?
Yes, of course.
Really?
Of course.
What do you look for in a star?
Well, let me see. I can't. I can't really remember what we look for, but when I see it, I recognize it.
He recognizes it. Right
It's,
now. I'm
I
going to
would
work on
say,
casting. The next time, I'd love
let
to
me
be in
see,
something else. In the meantime, we're going to go back to the movie.
Twice before we were casting something, and
Really?
somehow two comes into my mind.
It's Rhonda here, USA Up
all night at the American Film Market in the Troma suite, and all that's left of Toxie is this mop. This is the closest Rhonda's ever been to a mop. Anyway, this is one crazy campus. They let underdressed subhumanoids work in the cafeteria. Where are their hairnets? Seems kind of unsanitary to me. And all the chicks are running around in skimpy swimsuits. When I was in college, they always took my bikini away from me. The guys would all chase me to the locker room. Thank goodness Miss Butch, my PE instructor, was there to guard me and watch as I showered. We had a very close relationship. Sort of like the one between Professor Holt and her creations.
Oh, my poor subhumanoid, where are you?
It's very touching. I'm Rhonda, and USA Up All Night will be back at the American Film Market after these words. What took you so long? A woman of my station hates to be kept waiting. And the station is, of course, USA Up All Night. And I'm Rhonda. Coming up, Chrissy and Warren have what I believe to be the safest sex I've ever seen.
Made and genetically programmed.
My, they're not even in the same neighborhood. Talk about your long-distance relationships. Take it from me, honey, they never work. Now, back to the hijinks at Newcomb High. What's the matter with Warren? Is it the residual effect from the pot, or is it the residual effect from his school lunch? While he's recharging his battery for the next scene, I'm going to go talk to some of the more important people at Troma Films. A very big executive, Marty Sokol. On top of that, he can cast films. He's a very busy man. It's sort of hard to get his attention. Hi, Marty.
And all right, I thought you.
We'll just put that down.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Marty.
How are you?
Kind of hard to get your attention.
Well, for you, Rhonda, there's always time.
You seem to be a very busy man.
Oh, very, very busy. They keep us on our toes here at Troma.
Now, you probably don't get interviewed with girls in your lap that often, but then I am trying to get a lead partner in one of your films.
Well, in fact, this is the first, Rhonda, but it's quite a pleasure.
Now, tell me, what do you do other than make a lot of money and all sorts of calls and things? What do you do for Troma?
Well, I'm very good at call making and receiving.
Lunches?
Lunching is very good. Sometimes very important snacks are things that we do at Troma. And
You do snacks?
we do snacks and interfacing with snacks.
That's so cool. Most people do lunch in Hollywood, but you do snacks.
Well, at Troma, we're very low budget sometimes, so we have snacks.
And proud of it.
Yes.
Here at Troma, we are proud of low budget. That's why I feel right at home. Marty, can you say up all night?
Up all night.
This is Rhonda, and tonight USA Up All Night is coming to you from the buzzing Boffo Bargain Basement, also known as the American Film Market. This is your bedtime buddy. And in the next scene, Spike shows us Plop Plop, Fizz Fizz, or what a putsy is. I had a boyfriend who foamed at the mouth all the time, but I think it was just an allergic reaction to my contraceptive. Did I say that? Let's get back to the action at Class of Newcomb High. I just bought a Troma film about a South American prison camp. Yes, about giant G-string nymphomaniacs for USA Up All Night. I'm Rhonda, coming to you from the fantastic American Film Market. This is where wide-eyed producers dip into their wide pockets of unsuspecting third world types. Yes, you guessed it. It's the Kmart of cinema.
Attention Film Mart shoppers. Special on aisle 5. Bimbos, Butchers, and Beach Boys films.
Hey, that's for Rhonda. I got a scoot. Let me clue you in really quickly about the next flick. The cultiest classic from the producing team of Kaufman and hers, Newcomb High. This movie has everything. Drugs. Nuclear accidents. Flying students. Sex. But what really shines is the greatest special effects. I said great special effects. It's sort of Reefer Madness meets 3 Mile Island with a dash of Alien. So, sit back and take in Act 1 of Nukem High. You'll never look at school the same way ever again. Watch the movie. I've got to get to aisle 5. See ya. Rhonda is so excited because I think I found the film that I want USA Up All Night to show. Yes, Macho Woman, born to shop. I learned to kill. Why do you suppose? She couldn't find her size at a 2-for-1 sale? The subtext, the plot, it's very clear, it's very precise, and it's so Rhonda! You know, there's a lot of wild film titles here at the American film market. Decisions. Just listen to some of these. Sludge bunnies on rollerblades. Sort of sounds like a rap group. I'm sure Murray will show up soon. Maybe after this short commercial break. Born to shop. In this next scene, the guys in the white suits are back. Not to test for radioactivity, but with straight jackets for the producers of this movie. But at its premiere on 42nd Street, the critics hailed it as a masterwork. Rex Reed gave it a glowing review. The Daily News gave it a 3.5 gas mask, and Siskel and Ebert said it makes Chernobyl look like a stroll in the park. Now, let's get busy with more Nukem High with Rhonda on USA Up All Night. Hi, it's Rhonda Shear, and some of you may remember me from USA Up All Night, and some of you may be watching me on HSN, where I sell my own line of Rhonda Shear intimate apparel. Well, whatever. I would love to send messages to your family, to your friends, just anything that you're excited about. I'm happy to send that message to you. So remember, love and sizzle kisses from Rhonda. I'm ready to be booked. Anyway, book me on cameo.com/Rhonda Shear. It's Rhonda with USA Up All Night, but I can't talk right now. It's an emergency, and I have to tell someone.
Rick Bailey. Yeah. Panic at the high school. Contamination? What contamination?
What do you mean? What contamination? Haven't you been watching the movie? Oh, and did anyone ever tell you that you look like Oliver Hardy?
Shut up. I'll be right over.
How rude. You try to compliment a guy. It's Rhonda on USA Up All Night at the famous Troma Suite at the American Film Market. Now, I'm very proud to have standing next to me Sergeant Kabukiman NYPD.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did you become Sergeant Kabukiman NYPD?
Well, it's sort of basically the story I told you. I went to see a play, and the guy on stage died. It was Kabuki Theater, and they're all walking around in whiteface. So he gets shot. I'm a good cop, you know, and I'm fighting crime and fighting evil. So I go on the stage, and the next thing I know, I'm bending over the guy, and his spirit just sort of leaps into my soul.
Wow, awesome.
It just took me over, and too much pro cream, you know what I mean?
So now you're Sergeant Kabukiman.
That's right.
Well, let's check out a couple of clips on Sergeant Kabukiman, because this is a different film. Maybe one day we'll have it on USA Up All Night.
Well, let's
watch. Ooh, these muscles. Oh, that clip is just fabulous. You are something else. Now, where do you see yourself going in the future? What are you going to do for the American public?
Well, hopefully continue to make some more movies and maybe get my own line of action figures like my good friend Toxie. You can see that there's no Kabuki Man. There's Toxie lunchboxes, there's toys, there's shoes. There's no.
But you're
Kabuki.
not bitter.
Oh no, I love
Kids
the guy.
love you.
Oh no, I love the guy. Believe me. It's just that I like to see myself on a pair of sneakers.
We're gonna see more of you. Besides, look, you're holding me close. It's Rhonda here at the American Film Market, and we are in the Curb Esquire booth. Hey, look at this. This is so neat. I actually know that girl. I do. I actually did a Bob Hope special with her. Her name is Quinn Kessler, and she's very nice and very beautiful, and I hope that she's doing very, very well now. Now, I don't know if you people know, but American Film Market is the biggest of all the markets where people come to buy films, some for big screen and some for video. They also have cons. You've heard of Cannes Film Festival, but this one's more fun. And besides, it's in LA, where Rhonda is. Now, you stay with us, and we'll bring you more excitement from the American Film Market. It's Rhonda here for USA, up all night at the American Film Market in the Curb Esquire booth with the president of the company, David Jackson. I know you think I'm a blonde and I can't remember that, but I can. Not only that, I know that your company's 3.5 years old and you've got 30 films, which is very, very impressive, including some amazing films. Watch this. I'm like, I can even promote you without you saying a word. Push to the Limit. I love that title. And this woman produced and directed it and did everything all by herself. Check that out.
And she's on wrestling every week, too. Women's wrestling.
Is that wild?
She's terrific.
And wait, here. You hold this. It's yours. You're the president. Okay, forget it. Ramona, tell us about Ramona.
Ramona is a festival picture. It has won numerous European film festivals.
Wow. So you're excited about that?
Very excited.
Is it doing well? Are people buying it?
It's great. It's a very quality motion picture.
That's scary. I don't think we'd ever have it on Up All Night, but that's all right. Now I'm just throwing these on the floor so you can tell us about this. 21.
21 stars Patsy Kensit. It's been released theatrically in the United States and around the world. And it's another classy motion picture.
Do you find that the titles help sell these things like Frogtown 2?
Frogtown 2.
Meaner and Greener. Lou Ferrigno, who said who'd never go green, is green again.
He's green again, absolutely.
Meaner and greener.
A Texas flying rocket ranger that saves the world.
Actually, Rhonda has a small part in this film. I do. And woo, Life After Sex. Here's a hot. What sells? The titles? Is there any formula for selling?
It depends on the title, but I think the artwork does. The trailer sells a motion picture, but Life After Sex is a lot of fun. It's like after you've had that relationship for one night with somebody, what the relationship becomes the next day, trying to find your razor in the sink.
You sound very experienced in that.
Through all of the makeup and the comb. And
I was going to hit on you, and now I'm not. Anyway, this is the president of this company, a very nice man. You're going to be seen by millions of people on USA Up All Night. Thanks for being with us. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, thank you.
Say Up All Night.
Up All Night.
Yeah.
Love Rhonda.
Loves Rhonda. I don't know if you can hear that, but Commander Toady loves Rhonda. Check this out. Is that the most disgusting frog you've ever seen? He's got green slimy things. Wait, it's Gilbert Gottfried. Anyway, right now, we're going to just go back to the movie. You enjoy yourself, and Commander and I are going to do the frog hop dance. Can you hop a little for me? This is USA Up All Night, and we'll be back right after these messages. Hi, this is Rhonda on USA Up All Night. We're at the American Film Market, and now back to our movie. This is USA Up All Night, and we'll be back right after these messages. Just what America needs. One more reason to drop out of high school. This is Rhonda and Up All Night on the USA Network with Troma Films, those politically correct people at the American Film Market. I want to wish all of you the sweetest of dreams. Let me tuck you in with a sizzle kiss. Good night.
Hi, it's Rhonda Shear, and some of you may remember me from USA Up All Night, and some of you may be watching me on HSN, where I sell my own line of Rhonda Shear intimate apparel. Well, whatever. I would love to send messages to your family, to your friends, just anything that you're excited about. I'm happy to send that message to you. So remember, love and sizzle kisses from Rhonda. I'm ready to be booked. Anyway, book me on cameo.com/Rhonda Shear.
It's Rhonda, and I'm waiting for my special guest, the first hideously deformed superhero from New Jersey, Mr. Melvin Junko, a.k.a. the Toxic Avenger, my close personal friend, Toxie. Toxie and I will be screening The Toxic Avenger and Toxic Avenger 2, Ooh, great Troma film classics. I'm sure Toxie will be offering some insightful filmic information, certain to make this evening's program educational as well as entertaining. So let's not wait one more minute. Here we go with the Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night. It's Rhonda on USA Up All Night. Come in.
Rhonda, baby, how are you?
I've been waiting for you. Oh, Lloyd Kaufman. The president of Troma Films. I'm so glad you guys are here tonight.
Greetings from Tromaville.
Thank you. Well, it's your Hollywood honey on USA Up All Night, and we'll be right back. Yeah. Lloyd, I'm just so happy that you're here today in the Rhonda apartment. And well, Toxie, you know how I feel about you. Now, do you guys remember the very, very first time we met? Wait, it's coming on. It's WandaVision!
Welcome to America's best connection, bringing men and women together in a game of love. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the dating connection. Let's meet today's bachelors. Bachelor number 1 says the love of his life will be able to eat soup with chopsticks. Let's say hello to Mr. Sergeant Kabukiman NYPD. Bachelor number 2 describes his ideal woman as one who will not take him at face value, but looks deep into his mop. Let's give a big dating connection welcome to Melvin Junko. And last, but certainly not least, Bachelor number 3 claims that women are attracted to him because he has run a movie studio for 20 years and never had a hit. Let's hear it for filmmaker and founder of Troma Studios, Lloyd Kaufman. And making her selection among this mass of male pulchritude is a young actress from New Orleans. She holds more than 50 beauty titles, including Miss Louisiana. Here's Rhonda Shear.
Now, let's get back to the Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night.
We're back with more of the dating connection in WandaVision on USA Up All Night. Here's Rhonda.
Okay, Bachelor number 1. I can always judge a man by his underwear. Describe yours.
Well, Rhonda, I have on your standard white silk sumo diapers. They're traditional, and hey, let's face it, they don't chafe.
Real silk?
Oh, yeah, actually,
Okay, that's enough. Bachelor number 2. I can always judge a man by his underwear. Describe yours.
Well, Rhonda, of course, they're environmentally safe. They're weighted fishnet deals. And what I do, I have them lined with biodegradable hefty bags. And then I also have a hose coming out through my innards, and that winds up in
that's
through.
very good. Thank you, Bachelor number 2. All right, number 3. Your answer to the same question, please.
Well, unfortunately, I had lunch at the Tromaville Beanery, Rhonda, and that plus the fact that I'm very nervous about being on TV, my underpants and underwear is...
I understand. Thank you, number 3.
chocolate
It's
pudding.
very nice of you. Thank you. That's
Sorry.
quite enough. Now, just as with most classic film fare, tonight's feature is on the forefront of important social issues. In this next segment, we're made aware of the heinous spectra of body part discrimination.
Knuckles and nipples were hated by everyone.
It's the Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night.
We're back with more of the dating connection in WandaVision on USA Up All Night.
Okay, this question's for you, Bachelor number 3. Describe something you always take along with you on a date.
Well, mine's about 4.5 inches, and it gets pretty worn down because I keep whipping it out. And, whenever I see a script, I get pretty excited, so I take out my number 2 pencil.
Well, thank you for sharing. Bachelor number 1, describe something that you always take along with you on a date.
Well, Rhonda, Sergeant Kabukiman is going to give you a little hint here. I usually carry it in my pants, and with the flick of a wrist and maybe blowing on it a little bit, makes it extend all the way. Now, I'm speaking, of course, of my trusty Kabuki fan.
Well, thank goodness. Okay, bachelor number 2. Describe something that you always take along with you on a date.
Well, that's an easy one, Rhonda. Only mine is 4 feet long, and it's straight as an arrow. Sometimes I grip it too tight, and I will get some splinters, but of course I'm speaking of my trusty mop.
Oh, thank you so much, bachelor number 2. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
We're back with more of The Dating Connection in Rhondavision on USA Up All Night. Here's Rhonda.
All right. No one has won my heart yet. So let's see what happens during this question. Number 1, if you caught a guy staring at Rhonda at a club on our date, what would you do?
Oh, Ren, I think the best way to answer that is saying, what wouldn't I do? But I'll tell you what I could do. I would probably mostly prefer shooting 2 exploding chopsticks right into his eyes,
Ew.
thus curing his strained vision.
Yuck. Bachelor number 2, hopefully you can be much more creative. If you caught a guy staring at Rhonda at a club on our date, what would you do?
Well, Rhonda, if my tromatons didn't act up, I'd probably realize the poor guy was just lonely. Heck, I might even invite him over to join us. And then, of course, I'd shove my mop down his pants and wax his linoleum.
You are so charming, bachelor number 2. Bachelor number 3, same question.
You know, I think that's a little presumptuous of you, Rhonda, to assume that that man is staring at you and not at me. Right, John Henry? Politically correct, John Henry, right?
Oh, I've had enough, bachelor number 3. Well, as we return to our film, we see feminism at its best when women help each other out on a one-to-one basis.
Would you pull it, please? Pull my finger, Julie, please.
Here's more of the Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night.
We're back with more of The Dating Connection in Rhondavision on USA Up All Night.
I'm really having trouble, guys, so I hope you can help Rhonda out in this next question. Where's your ideal spot to take a girl out for some good musical entertainment? Bachelor number 3.
Oh, well, our favorite music in Tromaville is Marty and Elaine Roberts at the Tromaville Dresden Lounge. But I personally like to go up and down in the elevator to hear the music. And I think, Rhonda, you and I could go up and find a nice high-rise, listen to that music, and we'd get so excited in no time, we'd be holding hands.
Of course, people would be looking at you. All right, bachelor number 2. Where's your ideal spot to take a girl out for some good musical entertainment?
Well, Rhonda, let me tell you how I hear it. We're taking a midnight cruise on the top or the hood of a rusted car. And we're floating gently through the Tromaville cesspool. And to have musical accompaniment, what else could we use? How about the gurgling and gargling of toxic waste? Oh, and you know what? Just for added, how about the aroma of a septic tank right next door?
Ooh. Oh, bachelor number 2, you just drive me wild.
Thought I might be.
Same to you, bachelor number 1. What's your answer?
Rhonda, Sergeant Kabukiman is going to keep it short and sweet. Kabuki Theater. It's the ancient art of mime with music.
Very exciting. Anyway, it's your midnight morsel on USA Up All Night, and I'll be right back.
We're back with more of The Dating Connection in Rhondavision on USA Up All Night.
Well, Rhonda has not made up her mind yet, so this question could be the one that makes my heart go a-flutter. Bachelor number 1, what qualities do you look for in a girl?
Oh, Rhonda, that one's easy. She must have the cunning of a ninja. Oh, the skill of a samurai. Oh. And, if she's a good cook, that wouldn't hurt either.
Well, at least you're not a male chauvinist pig. Bachelor number 3, what qualities do you look for in a girl?
Cooking, Kabukiman, that is an outrage. I am more interested in the personal hygiene of the woman. For example, I like the hairy armpits and a complete working knowledge of the Toxic Crusader comic books for Marvel Comics. And if Mom approves of the gal, then, she's okie dokie with me anyway. So.
Wow, sell, sell, sell. What a romantic guy. Bachelor number 2, what qualities do you look for in a girl?
2 enormous ones. Well, a serious dedication to recycling and an environmentally safe sense of humor.
You did it again, Bachelor number 2. Well, in our next segment, some great news for Rhonda.
For your information, everyone knows monsters prefer blondes.
Oh, I knew that. It's the Toxic Avenger on USA Up All Night.
We're back with more of The Dating Connection in Rondavision on USA Up All Night.
Well, my decision was very, very, very easy. I picked Bachelor number 2.
Well, Rhonda, it's time to meet the 2 men you did not choose. Bachelor number 1 is the star of Troma films, Sergeant Kabukiman NYPD. It's Mr. Sergeant Kabukiman himself.
Well, you certainly fill out that spandex. Nice meeting you.
You also did not choose Bachelor number 3. He's the brain trust behind Troma films. Let's say hello to Lloyd Kaufman.
Rhonda, but I would have given my left toxical to have the date with you this evening. You want to see?
No,
Just a matter of going to
And now, Rhonda, your dream date. He's the star of his own series of films and comic books. He's the first and only hideously deformed superhero from New Jersey. He's the Toxic Avenger.
Oh, wow. You're gorgeous. Let's give the dating kiss. Wait. You're my man. Can I hold your mop? Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. That was the longest Rondavision in the history of this planet.
Neat.
I think I remember that now. It's all coming back to me.
Oh, it was a wonderful moment, Lloyd.
On that date, you were fun toxic.
Oh, Toxie. USA Up All Night rolls on with the Toxic Avenger. Hit it, Lloyd.
Rhonda, there will not be a dry seat in the house. Today, the Tromavillians are awarding you the second most important award in Tromaville. Toxie, tell the lady what she's won. Tell the lady.
Proudly present you with the Troma Diploma.
Oh, that's so exciting. Thank you. Oh, Lloyd Toxie. Wow, I only have one small question, although I am deeply moved. Why is it the second? Why not the first?
Well, the Toxie Award is the first, and that's for people who give us lots of money.
Well, I give you lots of happiness and lots of love.
That is more important.
And high ratings.
Self-improvement, very important.
But I am thrilled and I am moved. And you just don't know what this means to me and Rhonda fans and Toxie fans. Thank you.
Rhonda Shear, you are now a Tromite.
Thank you. I've never been a Tromite before.
Oh, Trom like the wind, Rhonda. Trom like the wind.
Oh, Toxie, you have a way with words.
You do. No one could have said it better. Your Hollywood honey will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, one down, and 1 to go. It's the Toxic Avenger 2 on USA Up All Night.
Toxie. Hey, you got 3 legs there, Toxie.
So, Toxic Avenger 1 and 2 are finished, but stay right where you are for Toxic Avenger 3. And remember to join me next week when we'll do something completely different all over again. First of all, I'd like to thank Lloyd Kaufman from Troma Films for stopping by and giving me the Troma diploma.
Well,
and,
thank you.
And Toxie, my
Toxie,
sweetheart.
Tromaville son's favorite son. Thank you very much.
Incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And my sweetheart.
Yes, Rhonda,
Thank you very much.
Rhonda Shear.
Until then, remember, from the keeper of the Sizzle Kiss, if it's LA, it's Rhonda. Up all night. Oh, Toxie?
Ooh, wow.
Nighty night.
Yow.
Wait, nighty night, Lloyd. Blow a kiss.
Going to the bathroom can be such a hassle. Oh no! How many times has this happened to you? Well, now there's a better way. Introducing the Pecker Pointer. Its ingenious patented laser-guided design lets you set your target and pee. No more missing the toilet. No more peeing on your shoe. No more wet seats. No more mess. Just point the patented laser and pee. It's that simple. Pecker Pointer makes urinating fun. It's easy to put on and almost invisible. No one will know you're wearing it. The Pecker Pointer is great at parties. Use it for a training tool or play games. Peeing together saves time, water, and money. So if you order now, you'll get a second Pecker Pointer for a friend. And a floating practice target. Home video games cost tons of money and take up lots of space, but Pecker Pointer fits right in your pocket, and it provides hours of entertainment. Take it here, take it there, take it anywhere. Pecker Pointer is durable and long-lasting. It's made from the same space-age polymer used by NASA. Order your Pecker Pointer today.
Hi, it's Rhonda Shear, and some of you may remember me from USA Up All Night, and some of you may be watching me on HSN, where I sell my own line of Rhonda Shear intimate apparel. Well, whatever. I would love to send messages to your family, to your friends, just anything that you're excited about. I'm happy to send that message to you. So remember, love and sizzle kisses from Rhonda. I'm ready to be booked. Anyway, put me on cameo.com/Rhonda Shear.
Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live.